Good God Monday morning. How y'all doing this wonderful God Monday morning? It's a beautiful day in my neighborhood. What about yours? So, make it happen Monday. Thank y'all for liking, tuning, tagging in, comments, anything that you say. I appreciate it. Feedback, love it. I am none other than your GPS, God's personal servant, Marnisha NT. That is me. Um, so make it happen Monday. I asked my daughter this morning. Hope that's okay to call you. Okay. Um, asked my daughter this morning, what do you need to make it happen? And she says you have to want it, and that's very key. So simple, so easy. Because when we feel like we're gonna make it happen, that means we want it. No, there's a lot of things that we just say we want, but we don't do the things necessary to make things happen. we don't do we don't have the complete follow through. We can start something but then stop it. Like, oh no, I don't want to do it no more. It's a little complicated. Oh no, people not gonna like me. Oh no, people, all this other stuff. And so when making things happen, you have to want it. You have to have a passion for it. You have to have a goal to get it. And you may fall off the bandwagon sometimes, but then you get back up because it's something you desire. It's something that you see. It's something that you envision. I was asked also this morning, why do I do lives every morning? And my answer simply was because I want to. I want to encourage somebody. It's something that I know I can say, hopefully, that God put upon my heart to encourage everybody, right? And so even when wanting to make things happen, when I don't feel like it, when it's days, I just like I don't feel like talking, I gotta be consistent because my heart's desire and my desire, I have a passion for helping others. I have a passion to be an inspiration. And it was one point in time where I felt like it needed to, I needed to know all the grounds that it fell on. I needed to know if I was making sense. I needed to know if I was really being beneficial to anybody, right? And I may not always see it then, but I got to keep going because it's my heart's desire. It's my vision. It's something that was a part of me when I was a kid. Like, always wanting to help people, always wanting to empower people, always wanting to tell somebody you can make it. And carrying that desire and passion, when you kind of um, link up with other people and, doing what you're called to do. And, sometimes it's just like, oh, am I doing the right thing? Am I saying the right thing? Because we do look for responses from other people. And so sometimes to kind of give it a validation, to give it some approval, to give it, but some validity, like maybe I'm doing what God said because everybody is responding to me, right? But realizing that people will respond to you one minute and then the next minute they choose not to. And when they choose not to, we get discouraged. Well, I know I have gotten discouraged because I wasn't getting the response I needed or I thought I needed. And so I started looking at the people and stopped looking at my passion. You know, man, thanks, Keisha. Man. And I stopped looking at I text you, actually, I don't know if you got my text, but I did text you. And, um, stop looking at my passion, stop looking at my desire, stop looking at the things that God placed on my heart. And I started looking at all the outside circumstances. Since I care so much about people, I be in a place where, oh, if I do this, what they gonna say? They gonna think I'm trying to do something better. And this part, I had this conversation just a minute ago with my Bristol. As far as, you know, people sometimes, and this was my thing, being really transparent, having the thought of people saying, Marnisha thinks she's better than somebody. Coming into ministry, right? Oh, she's going to take your members, or she's going to take your people, or, it would kind of push me back from doing certain ministerial things or ministry things or quote unquote church things because I never wanted to. I'm not in competition with nobody. But sometimes we have been so conditioned to have this underlying spirit of competition, and we competing against each other. We're competing against, love you too, bro. We compete. Thank you so much. We competing against each other. We're competing against our friends. We competing against our partners. We in competition, and we have this underlying jealousy, or I won't even see jealousy, but competition. And then it ends up being some jealousy because then we start envying somebody else. We start instead of admiring, because there's nothing wrong to admire your friends. It's nothing wrong to admire your partner. It's nothing wrong to be like so excited for them, because when you're excited for them, you get the benefit, and it's an easy feeling. But when we're up in competition and have this, and then sometimes when we competing and we don't even know we're competing against each other. But if I can't if I can't encourage my bro, if I can't encourage my sister to keep on going, and we may be in the same thing, we may can be doing the same thing. I heard who was it? Not Ty, Travis Green. He was talking about, how him and Miley Music used to be so tight. It's a video or whatever, and they are tight now. And so they grew up in the music industry together. They've been friends. They came in together, and then Miley Music doors start opening in for him, and Travis started getting a little jealous. And I was like, well, why God, you ain't opening up the doors for me? What's going on with me? What's doing this and what's doing that? And so why no? Then he was like, why doors not opening? Why things isn't happening for me? He's like, because you're not celebrating when I'm taking your brother. You're not appreciating him, and encouraging him. You got a chip on your shoulder, and you have this competition stuff going on, and it has some jealousy. It produces jealousy. And so he said once he broke that and started encouraging him, start uplifting him, doors start opening. He started hearing God clearer. His direction, even in his music, started changing. And so it was a different lane for him to come in, and it wasn't nothing wrong with what Miley Music was doing. That's his boy. He should be encouraging him. But we don't even my fear is I don't want nobody thinking, because it was said about me, right? Oh yeah, she gonna come, she gonna take your people, she this, she that, all this other stuff. And I'm like, why? I have my own slew. If we have mutual people that we're both ministering to, if we have mutual people that we both can connect to, that means greater. That means greater. That means greater. That means greater. That means something is happening to a greater expanse where we empowering, and it shouldn't be that church against this church, that ministry against this ministry, that business against that business. It's so many different avenues where we can help each other. If we doing skincare, right? And I got something for the face, but you may have something for the face too. But what people liked more about you is that you got something for the eyebrows, and I don't got that. But because we look at the over entity of skincare, now we got to beef with each other because, oh, I want the money. I got to make more money. No, why won't we just appreciate where you are? And to make it happen, we gotta want it enough where we stop looking at the responses of others and start continuing to keep our eyes on the prize. And that's our passion. Keep our eyes on our goal. And that's our desires. And making things happen, you have to want it. Not enough to making it wanting that you start chasing the money, because we start chasing the money and we off course. The money, my wife said all the time, the money gonna come. The money is going to come when we stop chasing it. Just do what you called to do. Do what's in your lane. Do what's on your heart. Bless you. Do what's in you, and everything will flow. So on this good old God Tuesday, to make it happen, you have to want it. High, hell, water, Don't be devious and being corrupt, and don't have a spirit of competition. And if you do, um, deal with God with that. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with blessings, Lady Cecil. Be honest with yourself. Be truthful and say, God, I'm feeling this, because a lot of my things, when I would hear that, when people thinking or telling other people that, oh, this is who she is, or they got this, or oh, you trying to do it better than somebody else, I started shrinking down. I started shrinking. I literally started not doing what God called me to do, what was placed on my heart, because I never wanted nobody to feel that I was in competition with them. I never wanted the people I love around me, or people that I was a part of or attending a ministry and everything else. I never wanted to have this thing of, oh, they're going to take my members. So I stopped, y'all. I didn't follow through with stuff because I started focusing on the people, the responses, the negativity, the back talk, the gossip, the whispers, that it crippled me because I lost sight of my passion. I lost sight of my dream. I lost sight of what God put before me. I lost sight of keeping my eyes on the prize. So make it happen. You got to want it and keep your eyes steady on what you're going for, because people going to say whatever thing's going to happen. But who you got to stay true to? You. All right. So make it happen Monday. Make sure you want it. All right. I love y'all. I'm out. Like, tag, share. Jay said later. She's waving. They're good at hand for the peoples. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed day. I love y'all. Remember, always encourage somebody. Say something well of somebody. Apologize to somebody. But most of all, in this life, grace yourself. I'm out. Love you.